name's Andrew.
And my name is Thomas.
You got a fidgety bum today.
My knee is stiff.
So today,
where are we off to?
we're off to a number of different places, and in the summertime,
we like to go out to places.
in the summertime when the weather's nice, we might drive around the local seaside towns.
And
So we
go around the coast.
Go to Folkestone, go to Deal. We might go to the Recolver Towers, just outside Recolver.
And we could go on the Deal seafront with my little plastic scooter.
Yeah, places where there's a nice wide path where I can kind of zoom along.
And I can take my plastic scooter.
You take the plastic scooter and you scooter
which we call the motorbike, because it's a motorbike.
Maybe the carer might take you down to the beach and throw some stones in the sea. Because we had one carer, Nicholas, and he was amazingly good at skimming the... I sat there watching him, I was like, that's like 5 skims. I don't think, even when I was fit and healthy, I couldn't do more than 1 or 2.
I can't even do even 1.
Really?
Well, I can do 1.
Yeah.
Just not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
one time I went to Folkestone, and we quite like Folkestone because I went to primary school in Folkestone, you know that? So it's quite cool for me to go back like 25, 30 years later.
Did you see his school ever?
See how it changed? My school's been knocked down now. It's been demolished. It's housing estate.
Why?
Yeah. Well, it was a big old convent building.
Oh, was it like too creaky?
Yeah.
Creaky and old.
Creaky and old.
And it's got too many bolts.
But my grandparents used to live on the seafront in the Lees, and we walk up and down there, don't we? The Lees. It's really cool. So we do a lot of museums related to Spitfire, and because that area of England, it was quite famous for the Battle of Britain.
And
so there were lots of different airfields.
And you know there was someone sitting on the grass,
mm-hmm.
and he was looking out to sea after the war. He survived the war.
You're talking about
the
Cape Museum, yeah.
And he died as he was saluting, so they turned him into a statue.
I'm not sure that's quite what happened, but
everyone puts flowers there, so that's what I think.
Yeah, okay, it's a nice thought. But I hope you liked the video. We'll see you in the middle, see what we got up to. And yeah. How you doing, Tom?
I did the seatbelt all by myself without any help.
Awesome, little man. That's a high five. Where are we off to today?
We're going to Deal, then Folkestone, then Capel, then go home.
Yeah. I think so. Right, move over to your left a little bit, Tom. Move over. motorbike. You can... Oh, if you hadn't said anything, we'd have kept going. Nicholas didn't see us. Look out. Still, yeah. Right, away from the edge from the trees. A little too close to come to the back. Oh no, you can fall in. Right, we're going to cross the road here.
So that is how we got to the beaches.
Yeah, I got around the beaches, and occasionally I might go on the beach. I was going to make a video about going on the beach specifically with my chair, but
and the one with Spain, we'll put that on there.
Yeah, but in Folkestone there's a little bit of a sandy beach, and with my
but like a beach is like that.
Yeah.
Around the coast there's like rocky stones.
Yeah.
There's only like one little area where it's just sand.
Just sand. So that beach in Folkestone, I've been on in this chair quite a few times, and I got at the moment I've got small wheels on, but normally I have big chunky wheels, which are much better for the.
Yeah, and it didn't cause a problem at all.
You were doing a karate session on the beach. Now Thomas goes to karate, and he's into it.
My friend Yubran just started.
But he's not that into it. So we take him along. It's good for discipline. It's good for concentration. He has a good time, but he's not like hungry for the next belt or anything like that. And then one day you're all lined up in your rows, and they said, "It's karate on the beach. A number of schools are getting together." And Tom just turned around and went to me. So we took you for karate on the beach. Do you remember it?
There was a guy, the instructor, had a
seaweed on his head.
Who would do that? Yeah. It might have a crab in there.
Yeah, it was great fun. You had a really good time, and they were fantastic because it was adults as well as children.
I met a friend next to me, which I never knew.
Yeah, and I got chatting to some of the parents.
And when they said young people go wash off.
Yeah, you didn't want to go back after that. You'd have.
I just digged in the sand.
Yeah, you had an hour, and that was fine. I did get stuck a little bit. I thought to myself that there's all these karate, all these karate people, all these instructors. So there's going to be plenty.
They're all older than me.
Plenty of muscle around, you can feel it when you drive on the sand, and it starts to go a bit slower. You're like, uh-oh, it means the sand's been a bit wet.
And then when you get stuck, it goes with this Uh-oh.
The wheels start spinning, you dig yourself in,
and you know what, if you dig yourself too deep, you're just going to fall down.
But I was trying to subtly not make out that I got stuck. So as I'm trying to go, the wheel started spinning and I kind of span around and I was half facing the sea, half facing like the path. I was trying to pretend, this is what I meant to do, yeah. Because I was waiting for Nicholas to come back and help me. I didn't want to panic. But then I realised that I'm just sat facing this couple that are sat there. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not really just sat here staring at you. And then Nicholas came back quickly and I said, you need to give us a push. I can't get stuck. And he's pushing the chair and he's like, eventually I got out.
Yeah.
All these people were commenting, oh, you should do this, you should do that. And I said, well, why don't you come and help then?
Dad,
but, yeah.
If we just bring a shovel, I could dig you out with the shovel.
So I hope you like the second half. Fortunately, we haven't got much video of me getting stuck, but we're going to do a special video on getting stuck. Because it happens sometimes, with it's snow, sand, mud.
And the construction site over there.
Yeah. So I hope you like the second half, and we will see you at the end. Come on then. Let's go. Forwards. Come here. Yeah. Let's go for a drink. Let's go.
To get back up the hill.
Come on then. Come on. If you want to stay with Thomas, Nicholas, I'll meet you by the door. Right, should we go for a drink? Whoa! Nearly on, you've been framed again. Nearly on, you've been framed again. Well,
so that was
the second half, and you see there's plenty of museums, because I was trying to say before, and Thomas loves interrupting me, we kind of interrupt each other, don't we? But so today's areas, we go around lots and lots of old...
And there's like Spitfire memorials everywhere around there.
There's loads of them, you know what I was going to say then. So there's loads and loads of museums and and they're all kind of small, do the same sort of thing, but it's great because my grandfather flew a Spitfire in the Second World War.
He fought in the British War, didn't he?
In the Second World War.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you a little bit goosebumpy when you go back and you read about the stories and you see the parts of the airplanes.
It makes me think of him.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So
because I miss him because he's in heaven.
He's in heaven, yeah. And just after he died. Really weird. You were quite young.
Yeah, I was in 2017, I think. Mum said it was in 2017.
I don't think so.
It must have been like 2015.
You were
16.
about 3 years old. We just moved into this house.
Yeah, that was 2016.
Yeah, so we just moved into this house, and you were just over 3, and you didn't really know him that well. My grandfather, he was 91.
He came to like supervise our house a little bit and.
Yeah, I had 2 grandfathers, so you get confused with the other one. The one who flew Spitfires, you didn't know that well. And
I knew the other one well.
He sadly passed away. And then Thomas came to me, and he didn't know that grandfather had died. I hadn't said anything to you. And you said, Dad, I've just seen a man at the door in...
Spitfire.
Like a Spitfire, like an Air Force uniform. He was a young man.
And he died at our doorstep.
He didn't die at the doorstep. You're dramatising it. He just came to say hello. And I'm like, wow, that might have been a ghost, because you didn't know he died. And he would have been a young man when he flew airplanes. So,
yeah, he must have been in his like teenagers.
Yeah, he'd have been 18, 19, 20 maybe.
That all the fighters were in their 20s.
So we go around those museums, and we like to go around the beaches, and it's just rather than going up to London, sometimes it's nice just to do a day locally, but you don't have to do a lot. And sometimes just the simple things, you taking a scooter or a plastic motorbike, finding somewhere wide enough that I can go next to you.
When did Grandad Catno die?
We just talked about that.
Oh yeah, the die.
2013. We think.
No. When did Grandad Robertson die?
Same year. They died the same week.
Really?
Yeah.
On the same day?
Well, no, it was the same week. It wasn't a great week for Granddads. One of them died. The other one died a few days later. Yeah. They were both in the same hospital at the same time.
Really? What, in the same... What, next to each other?
Yeah, well, one of them had a fall, and then he was admitted, and...
Who had a fall?
Grandad Robertson had a fall.
How?
He was sorting out his CDs. He was 90.
He was probably on a ladder.
No, he just banged his head on the cabinet. He was crouching down. And when I went to see him up in the hospital, and I said to
William
him...
Harvey.
Yeah, I said to him, I'm really sorry. He said, how's the other granddad? I said, I'm really sorry. He passed away yesterday. And he said, do you want me to pass on a message? Because I'll be joining him soon. You're like, oh, that's quite sad. And he did, a couple of days later.
2 days.
Anyway.
3 days later.
Anyway, hope you liked the video.
That was a little bit dark.
It was a little bit dark towards the end. We were meant to be talking about going out to see the beaches, but hope you liked the video.
We got interrupted by them.
And we'll see you on the next adventure.
Then I hope I see them in heaven. And you know what, Dad? Everyone meets up in heaven. Dad?
Everyone meets up in heaven.
Yeah.